By 2026, every serious business is going to need voice AI agents because they're cheaper, faster, and more reliable than human agents. They don't get tired, they don't skip work, and they can handle thousands of calls at the same time. And that's why businesses are already adopting voice AI for bookings, calls, and sales. And if you know how to build these agents, you're not just learning a tool, you're learning a skill that businesses are actively paying for. And in this video, I'll show you guys exactly how to get started with making voice AI agents. I'll guide you step by step, and I'll give you a basic overview of how voice agents are made. So without any further ado, let's jump in and get started. All right, so the platform that we're going to be using to make our voice AI agent is going to be Retail AI. Retail AI is one of the most affordable and the most realistic voice AI platforms. So let's go ahead and get started. So just click try for free, or if you have an account, you can just log in. But once you do make an account, this is the UI that you're going to be seeing. It's actually pretty straightforward to create your first agent. You can just click right here, create an agent, and then select voice agent. Now here you have 4 different options for agents. We're going to be going with a simple prompt agent, which is going to be the easiest one to make. However, there's more advanced options. Just let me know in the comments below if you want a tutorial for that. But just select simple prompt agent and start from blank should be fine. After that, you can just create. Now this is the main UI that you're going to be creating your agent in. On the left hand side, you can give it your prompt, which are basically some instructions for your agent, what it's supposed to do, what it's supposed to not do. All that stuff goes right here. You can obviously change your model, your voice, and your language up there. And in the middle, you have some options, some settings for your agent, which we're going to get into in just a bit. And on the right hand side, you have a test agent option, which you can use to basically test your agent. So let's start with adding a prompt first. Now you have 2 options for adding a prompt. Either you can type everything yourself, which is definitely not recommended, especially if you have tools like ChatGPT. You should definitely use those AI tools to generate better prompts. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to ChatGPT, and I actually asked it to write a prompt for a voice agent for apple.com. This is just an example. You can obviously, just add your own brand there. The agent should be able to answer any questions about the product. So you can see that it gave me a pretty good prompt, which should be good to go right out of the box. But you can obviously, add some things and remove some things if you want. But yeah, I'm just going to copy this. So this is basically our prompt, and I'm just going to paste it right here and just save it. Now obviously go through it and make sure that it does fit your requirements for the agent, but I think we should be pretty good. Now if I talk to the agent, it should talk to me just like a representative for Apple. So let me just test the agent. Hey, how's it going?
I'm here and ready to help you with any questions about Apple products. How can I assist you today?
Yeah, I actually want to know about the latest iPhone. Or what's the latest iPhone and what does it offer?
The latest iPhone as of now is the iPhone 15 series, which includes the iPhone 15, iPhone.
So you can see that it works pretty nicely. However, the information is outdated. So that's where knowledge bases in retail actually come into play. So if I just go to knowledge base, you can see that I can provide some knowledge to the agent so that it can use that to answer questions. So what we can do is we can just go to the Apple website. So apple.com, and this website would obviously have information about the iPhones, right? Or about any Apple products. So we need to find a way to add this entire page inside of retail. So the way we can do that is actually pretty simple. Just go to retail and press add in knowledge base, and then add new knowledge base. And here's going to show you all the knowledge bases that you have currently created. I already do have an iPhone knowledge base, but I'm going to show you guys how to create one yourself. So just press this plus icon right there and just name it whatever you want. So I'm just going to call it iPhone tutorial. And then in the documents, you have 3 main options. Either you can add web pages, so just URLs to pages, which is automatically going to get information from, or you can upload your own files, or you can just add text manually. So I'm going to be going with the web pages option. So just click that, and then URL, you can pretty much just put apple.com. That should be good. However, there's a major problem with that. And you guys are going to see that if I press save. So if I press save, it's going to show you all the site maps that are available. So you can see that the entire Apple website has almost 5,000 pages, which is insanely large, obviously, for especially for a voice AI model. So it would be better to just do apple.com, because obviously we don't need support.apple.com or we don't need developer.apple.com. We don't really need all these, websites. So you can just do apple.com. But to keep it even simpler, for this tutorial, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to do the iPhone page. So I'm just going to go to the iPhone page, and so it's just apple.com/iPhone. I'm just going to add this. So instead of this, paste that. And now it's only going to be, like 6 pages. So that's much better. And that's going to take less time to sort of get added into the database. And also it is going to make our agent faster. So just save it and press save. And so depending on how many pages you add, it is going to take a bit, but I think 7 pages, it should be pretty much instant. So if I just refresh it, you can see that it is done. So now if I go back to my agent, refresh it and go to knowledge base, I can basically add the knowledge base that we just added. So iPhone tutorial, just add that. And then Now, if I test the agent again and ask it, hey, what's the latest iPhone?
The latest iPhones are the iPhone 17 Pro, iPhone 17, and the all-new iPhone Air. Here's a quick overview. iPhone 17 Pro, the most
Should I get the
advanced model
iPhone 17
available.
Pro or should I get the iPhone Air?
Great question. To help you decide between the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone Air, could you share a bit about how you use your phone? For example, do you care most about camera quality, battery life, performance, or having a lighter, more compact device? Also, do you have a budget in mind?
So as you can see, the agent is pretty much done. It can help people decide between different iPhones or any other Apple products. It does have access to the actual Apple website, which is going to update as they add new information. And it is always going to provide you the most up-to-date information. So that's pretty much all there is to creating your voice agent. I know it's pretty simple. Let me just show you guys some customization options that you have. So first of all, you have the voice. You can choose between a lot of different voices here. I think I'm going to stick with the default one, but you can definitely choose whichever voice you want. You can also change the model, which is going to change your cost per minute, but generally cheaper models do tend to perform worse. So I think the best one so far is GPT 5.2. You can even get the fast tier, which is I think the most expensive one, but it is going to give you I think the best results. You can also change your language. There's a lot of different options here. And you can also change your speech. So you can add a background noise if you want. You can control the responsiveness of your agent. You can control how easy it is to interrupt your agent. You can also enable back channeling, or you can even enable speech normalization. So those are some options that you have. And you can even add specific pronunciations for different words that you want it to pronounce a certain way. So there's a lot of customization that you can actually do with your agents. And I think my most favorite part is post-call data extraction. With this, you can basically extract data from the call, and then you can sort of create an AI agent to process that data, maybe update your CRM, or maybe even send the customer a follow-up email. There's a whole lot of things that you can do with post-call data extraction, and I do have a full tutorial on that. The link for that is going to be in the description. I'm not going to be going to this in this video, but there is a full tutorial that you can check out. But with that being said, I think we've covered pretty much everything that there is to be discussed about this agent. Once you're ready to publish this, just click publish, and then you can just publish it right here. You can also get a phone number from retail. So if I just go to the homepage again, I can just go to phone numbers, and then I can purchase a new number, which I can attach to my new agent. So for example, if someone calls that number, that agent is going to talk to them, or you can have your agent call the customer if you have their number, obviously using this number as well. So once again, if you want to know about all of this stuff, I do have a detailed tutorial that you can check out. The link is going to be in the description. But I think for this video, that should be pretty much it. Definitely get started with learning voice AI agents. They're going to be everywhere in 2026. And this is definitely a skill worth learning right now. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.